Now at 5:30, police stepping up patrols around a Lexington middle school after a mother says a man tried to kidnap her child.
Details coming up on WKYT this morning. Also, a young couple's home is condemned after a car plowed into the building.
Get a look at a man who police say is behind 3 recent gas station robberies.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT. Welcome in here on Thursday, as Rebecca always calls it, the day before Friday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca. And you know what? You can tell it's just a weird thing. Middle of December, like yesterday, you smell like the smell of a grill.
Yes, and you know, there's some flowers blooming. I mean, it is strange and an odd pattern. Let's check in with Micah this morning. We'll see a little difference in that pattern this weekend.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. You know, even some bugs outside that you don't typically see this time of year. It's just weird. It's really weird to see almost a week before Christmas and see all these things going on and smell all these things. It's just kind of different. But here on the screen, another thing that's different, a lot of green as opposed to some white. Now, however, we may transition over into a little white once we get into tomorrow. We'll see how that turns out. But the bigger picture here is that front trying to move on through. The east and southeast, you guys will be swamped in there with that rain for the next few hours. I would say early afternoon, just around noontime, is when you can get rid of the rain. Around here in Lexington, another couple of hours, you see those temperature differences as the rain's trying to push on through with that front. The focus of the forecast is the upcoming weather. It will feel like Christmas weather. I promise you that, but will it look like it? Well, I'll have that in your forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you very much. An update now on a story that we've been following.
Yes, we've got new details about a developing story out of Madison County.
The Eastern Bypass in Richmond has just reopened after a serious crash that happened in the overnight hours. This is video just into our newsroom here at WKYT. You can see that a semi T-boned a car on the driver's side. Now, the driver of that car is at UK Hospital this morning. We're working to figure out just how serious that person was injured. We do not have a name at this point either. Again, the Eastern Bypass has just reopened in Richmond after that crash this morning. Also new this morning, the Speedway gas station on Paris Pike in Lexington was robbed again. This time, though, police have made 2 arrests.
That gas station's been robbed 4 times just this week. WKYT's Mark Barber is live with the latest developments.
Good morning, Rebecca. And police think that the same man is behind every one of those 4 robberies. They're hoping that the string of robberies are now over because they say they might just have the robber and his getaway driver in custody. Police are now questioning 2 men. They were seen in a suspicious vehicle right after the Speedway was robbed here on Paris Pike by a man with a gun around 3:15 this morning. The men led police on a chase through nearby neighborhoods. One of them even jumped out of the car during the chase, but they were arrested when it ended on Cane Run. Because the robber was not caught in the act this morning, no one is charged with robbery, but the men are in custody and being called persons of interest. Police had extra patrols in the area when the Speedway was targeted because they say they were waiting for the crooks to hit again. 3 times earlier this week, a robber has escaped with a getaway driver after robbing the Speedway with a baseball bat, a pipe, and a knife. Police say they will continue to question the persons of interest that are in custody now through the morning. They say they're hoping to know in a few hours if the 2 men that they have in the jail right now are indeed the robber and the getaway driver. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And new this morning, a Lexington realtor accused of stealing jewelry from a home is facing a new charge. The Herald Leader says Glenn Bo Howell III was arrested yesterday on a new felony charge of receiving stolen property. The paper cites court documents that allege Howell removed a diamond from a ring that was in a home that he was showing. He's then accused of selling the 1-carat diamond to Rosenberg Jewelers. Howell will be arraigned on the charge today. The initial case against him is headed to a grand jury.
Well, students of Lexington's Jesse Clark Middle School and their parents are on high alert this morning. 2 students say they were approached by strangers. One of them says a man tried to kidnap him. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain explains what police are doing this morning.
Yeah, police will be on patrol in the Jesse Clark area this morning. This following news that police say should have parents and students on alert. Police say your kids should walk in groups, use main roads instead of shortcuts, and avoid dark areas this morning as they head to school. Now, it's not what parents want their kids to think about as they head to school, but it's reality after emails were sent to parents informing them of two scary situations. One student said a strange man tried to abduct him. Another student said someone tried to lure him into a car. In that case, a student told school leaders a man in a car pulled up to him outside his home, offering him candy and a ride. That child's parents said the man is a neighbor. In the other situation, a sixth grader was walking to a bus stop on Southview Drive when he says a man in a red pickup jumped out and grabbed him by the ankle. The boy's mother told WKYT her 11-year-old son was able to fight off the man.
And he was able to think very quickly and get away from this person. I have 5 children, and I worry about every one of them. Some of them are very overly friendly. You know, you don't want to teach them to be rude and standoffish, but also you have to find that line between too friendly and not friendly enough.
Now, there have been other reports of students being approached by someone in a reddish color pickup truck in the past. Police haven't said if the reports are connected. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Scary stuff, very unnerving.
It is, and you know, as the parent was saying there's that line that you have to figure out, but certainly be on the side of caution.
Definitely. Well, a Central Kentucky nonprofit says a thief stole $1,000 worth of Christmas gifts meant for less fortunate children.
Jesse Crockett is the president of the Paris Kiwanis Club. He says the gifts were stolen from a storage facility in Bourbon County. There was no sign of a break-in, and there are no security cameras. Now Crockett is asking the real-life Grinch to return the stolen gifts.
That's really the rough thing with me, is somebody knew what was going on, is why would they do it? They could bring it out here and just drop it off in front of the door tomorrow sometime. Nobody knows. Nothing to be said.
Each child will receive more than $50 worth of gifts tonight at the Christmas for Kids program.
A Montgomery County couple's home is condemned after an SUV crashed into it. The crash happened on Maysville Street in Mount Sterling. Firefighters say 4 people in the SUV had to be taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Haley Donaldson lived there with her boyfriend. They left the home just minutes before the crash, and now, just days before Christmas, she says she doesn't know what they will do.
This is our first apartment together, and we just worked so hard to get to this point. And it was just the perfect house for us, and now it's just gone. We'll never get to go in there again, probably.
Investigators are not exactly sure what caused the SUV to crash.
The time is 5:38 on WKYT this morning, and 2 men accused of causing a scare at a Lexington elementary school will be in court today. Police say the men tried to register for classes at Sandersmill Elementary. The staff called police as the men tried to open a locked door. When police showed up, the men say apparently they jumped into a car and then crashed into a home on Movado Court. Jordan Render and Eric Scott are facing several charges, all stemming from the crash. And police say more charges are possible as they look into all of this.
A noise complaint in Corbin led to the arrest of a naked woman. Jessica Birchfield faces drug and indecent exposure charges. Police say she was jumping up and down and running around the motel's parking lot off US 25 south of London.
With no clothing, apparently. Police have arrested a father who they say tried to steal from Walmart while his son was taking part in a Shop with a Trooper program. State police say the man's son shopped at the Moorhead Walmart, and as this was going on, he tried to steal a drill. They say Walmart's loss prevention team stopped him. The man's arrest report is written in all capital letters with 40 exclamation points, claiming he tried to steal in front of children and state police. And we have chosen not to reveal the man's name for the safety of his children. Well, when Harlan County native Jordan Smith returns home on Monday, he's going to be celebrated by, it looks like, the entire community, and maybe some others will be there.
They are all coming out in full force. The judge executive says there will be a welcome home parade in honor of Smith, who was, of course, the latest winner of The Voice. Smith's performances on the show hit the iTunes store, and his songs rocketed to the top of the charts within hours of their release. Emily Ann Roberts is back home in Knoxville, fresh off her outstanding finish on The Voice. Despite being runner-up, she says there's a lot she loved about the competition.
I've made so many lifelong friendships that I know I'll have forever, and they mean the world to me. It's just been awesome to meet all those people, and then meeting Dolly was incredible, and then singing with Ricky Skaggs last night was absolutely probably the coolest thing that's ever happened.
Meeting Dolly. Emily Ann said the first thing she wants to do is that she wants to sleep in her own bed. You can understand her meeting Dolly.
Oh, yeah, that is exciting.
She's your kindred spirit.
Yeah,
You're a big Dolly Parton
Dolly's
fan.
pretty cool, and I have gotten to meet her a couple times, so yeah, so I understand, but relate to that. All right, our time is 5:41, and let's check live drive traffic this morning and see what is going on. A reminder that the Eastern Bypass in Richmond that had been closed the last couple of hours after a serious accident involving a semi and a car has now reopened in the last few minutes.
It's looking good out there.
Yeah, really, a lot of green, and no reports of any early trouble this morning. A little light rain here and there this morning, so keep that in mind. A lot more news coming up on your Thursday morning.
Yeah, there's going to be some issues on the roadways because we're seeing all that rain overnight into early this morning. You got to take it easy out there with those sloppy roads. Maybe even looking for some few flurries tomorrow. I'll get into that forecast coming up.